Hey guys, Nova Crusader here once more with Warhammer 40k Gladius Relics of War, which I really need to find a short way of saying. So yeah, last time we did a Space Marine campaign of sorts with no quests. This is actually really fun. Actually, I've had an update. It's on 0.07, which I think last time did 1.08. No, it's 1.07, this time 0.8, so... I'm going to apologise quickly. I appear to have a cough, as you can probably tell. I don't know why, but I'm going to try and keep it to a minimum. But yeah, it's funny that the update came out, and one of the big things that I actually saw was that ordnance weapons get updated. They now do more damage versus fortifications. Fitting, because we're going to take out the guard. I love the guard. I play him in tabletop. Well, specifically I play Militarum Tempestus, but that's still guard army. Heck, I've still got my cupboard of Warhammer. But I started playing with the guard, and there we began Warhammer. It's fitting that we're going here now, and we are going to be Cross of Lorraine Company. Now you might be thinking that's not exactly a 40k thing. Well, when I play 40k, my division, or my company, I actually gave them a name and some lore, and you might think I'm kind of sad for doing that. Jeez, hell's up my throat. But yeah, the Cross of Lorraine Company are a winter combat company from a frozen planet. Yes, I did go that far. How can you tell? I actually love these guys. We're going to randomise a bit. But I've been playing this game quite a bit since the recording, which was a while ago. Because I could record like 5 hours in a row. And now we're on to this, where I actually can't really get a good start for guard. I keep starting when I know it's not a bad start. I don't know why. But the guard are actually a very interesting faction. They're said to be in a challenge hard. I can understand that because your infantry is mostly ranged. I believe you get one melee infantry, and that's a Bulgarin. Which, you're just men. You're not like the Space Marines, you're not like Orcs or anything. You're not trained for combat. Well, sorry, you are trained for combat, but it's the bare minimum. So, you are a mass, and I do mean a mass of cheap ranged infantry that have morale penalties. The guard end up being a... well, every force in 40k ends up being like some of its parts greater than the whole. The guard is the epitome of this with the commanders. Now, this game does it a bit differently with how you do orders, but the gist of this is that you have commissars who can do things for you. You've also got debuffing from other units. The armour of the guard is some of the best in the universe. The Lehman Russ is probably one of the most recognisable units from the guard, along with the Chimera. They're expensive for what they are, but they are damn good. Damn good. Some of the best in the game. In terms of artillery, they have really long range artillery. The Basilisk is actually one of the best artillery pieces in the game, especially if you can do Earthshaker. You get an Imperial Bastion, which I believe you need Tech Priest to deploy, which is a defensive fortification, which you can just put anywhere, just hold the line. And your influence gets used for edicts to increase city output. Whereas Space Marines usually to improve your units, it's cities for your guard. The good news with guard is that you're not restricted to one city, but you are playing a more traditional game like Civ, because you have all the resources to deal with, as opposed to Space Marines where you have 2 resources, and then energy's not really a resource. We could go over this, but I'll leave it to you to read if you want. I love the guard, and you'll see when I get in, and I'll catch you in a bit.
Few worlds were as pristine as Gladius Prime, or so well located. Soon after its discovery, it grew into a rich imperial world. Then the orcs landed, and it burned. We, the men and women of the Astra Militarum, answered the call to battle the green-skinned menace. Yet we died side by side with the orcs when the warp storms hit and the Necrons awoke. Whoever our foe, we will reclaim this world and its ancient riches, or we will die trying. For mankind and for the God Emperor.
It's odd when you think about it. The Guard don't mention the Space Marines that are apparently on planet. So, we have... Oh, wow. That's a decent start. Checkpoint already. Right, so, Tech Precension Seer. These guys are critical to the operation of the Guard's vehicle roster. Mostly because they also repair them. Now, the Engine Seer is a very distinct unit in 40k lore. But we'll get on to them when we can. They also function as your city founder, so I do need... Oh god, loyalty penalties everywhere. Right, let's see what we can get. Let's hit this fermentation pool, so we got some food coming in. Let's see what's up this way. Let's go here. Alright. What we got? They basically want to claim the fermentation pool. This one's probably better. Yeah, we'll go here. So, I should really go over these. Imperial Guardsmen, your rank and file. You get 8 guns per squad. They are armed with las guns, which are not that strong, but rapid fire. You get a lot of them. But accuracy seems really high for the Guard. Okay, this is probably me talking here. In the tabletop, the Guard are the Imperial Guardsmen. Across the board, they tend to be. It's roughly 50-50 whether they're going to hit. It's generally below 50-50. I can't remember exactly how it goes. It's something like you'll hit a third of. Well, I don't. I think it's like you hit a third of your shots. I can't remember exactly. I think it's like. There's a skill 3 range for. Yeah, it's 50-50. What am I saying? You have a lot of firepower in a squad. But it's a lot of weak firepower. Drown the enemy in guns. That's literally all you can do. Right, so let's go get a new tile. This one's actually the best. But I really don't want that penalty. I'll take it. What's the fate of this anyway? Buildings, features, population. Okay. Research. Let's go for the manufacturer. You'll see these guys actually have their own stuff, like they've got basilisks over here, extra infantry armor. So I want to point out as well, if you go down here somewhere, I think I'm going to buy it already. Yeah, hotshot power packs. We can make hell guns. Why would you give guardsmen hell guns? Hell guns are used for the elites, so... Life in the Guard. Gladius Prime had seemed an excellent placement for a senior Imperial administrator. With its rich resource and strategic location, it was both easy and prestigious to rule. For local people, life had been by the book, until the day the planet's space stations fell flaming from the sky, and the orcs ascended, followed by even worse Xenos horrors. The resident Space Marine chapters stood fast but could barely hold out. As commander of the reinforcing Astra Militarum forces, you landed on the planet months ago. Really? We've been here for months and we've got this. But the unexpected reappearance of the planet's warp storms has trapped you on the surface. You've regrouped the surviving civilians and Astra Militarum troops into one city. But there are still soldiers scattered beyond the walls. We must gather them, rebuild our cities, and reclaim this planet. For the Emperor! Our first stage is to get the Imperium's war factories back online. In an Imperium Manufactorum, colonists can live and die without ever seeing the outside world, endlessly building war machines for the glory of mankind. So he wants to get a Manufactorum. I'm going to take a bit of this to the bottom of the map, so let's go over here. Yeah, it's the bottom of the map, we can see through it. So let's go here, and we'll take the Ruins of Vol. Does that give us Powered Gauntlets? Not bad, but I don't anticipate taking the Guard into melee. So we should have the new tile claim. Hello! Lasguns aren't bad, it's just the lasguns. That was 4, so that was what, a quarter? 8 firing one shot. Yeah, they hit about 50% of the time. Oh well. Yeah, I've got him in the valley and he's on the high ground, so you're the ones likely to find new things. Okay, we've got a new tile, so we've got a farm, mine, power generator, research, influence, Pure Barracks, there we go. Pure Barracks here, and I think I'll follow it up with a mine or something. Because I think from the look of things, we're mostly going to be relying on iron ore for our industry. Because it's not even because of vehicles, it's just because every building we've got is going to rely on a lot of ore. We're only getting 7 a turn right now. Hello, rapid fire. How much damage we do? Doesn't say because they're dead. Okay. Looks like a winery up here. Yep. Alright, keep looking. A grog's pasture. Nice. Some winery down here as well. This isn't actually a bad spot. Because you got an easy choke point. Well, 2 easy choke points. As long as this side isn't really that closed in, like we can get out here somewhere, we're fine. Yeah, it's a hill. So we should be good. Right, let's get you healing up. Let's just take you a bit further along. Found Necron 2. A Manufactorum. Building that produces ground vehicles while it generates ore and research. To call an Imperium Manufactorum a factory is akin to calling a Catachan devil an insect. These cyclopean structures are huge, forbidden war temples to the machine god, wherein his miracles, here vehicles of war, are created. Inside them, lowly menials are doomed and never see the planet's surface, as they ceaselessly minister to the blessed engines of Mars. So this thing actually gives you an entire roster of vehicles, from the Steel Sentinel to the Hydra, Basilisk, Elenium Rust, and finally the Baneblade. Now, it actually gives you quite a good amount of stuff to go with it. It really is good to get your Manufactorum up early, because the guard vehicles are more robust and useful than the infantry, at least in my opinion. Yeah, looks like I've got the low ground. So how do they get up here then? Okay. That's a Castellan. Great. They haunt me. And the Grog's pasture. Alright. So, where do we go from here? I kind of want to say frags. Because frags and guardsmen is just, I think it'll these work out to be actually more powerful than your lasguns. Shrine of the Killer gives us heroes. A Voxcaster lowers morale loss. Nice, actually. Spy training us to increase production of barracks. I'm going to go with a shrine. Let's get some heroes up. Because I think I'm going to need a... Here we go. I think one way or another I'm going to need... Which one damage? 1.3 damage. I think one way or another I'm going to need to get a Commissar at some point. Oh god, we're next to someone. Okay. This could be iffy. I think I honestly want it to be either Marines, or I want it to be Orcs. Like one of the two. But I don't want to give myself away just yet. Necrons? Here? On the Imperial world? Who knows how long have they been sleeping beneath the surface, making their inscrutable plans. Your only hope is to overcome them before they wake their sleeping millions and make this planet theirs once again. The one thing I didn't want to encounter, Necrons. These guys are tough blighters. Sad thing is, they actually heal as well, so I am going to actually have to dedicate resources to this. Because the sooner I can keep them in line and keep them knocked down, the better off I'm engaging something. I need to keep these guys pinned down as long as I can. Why are they engaging though? Okay, we need to break out of this. It's a death trap and a half. Yeah, let's run. And you keep up the fire. So it takes 10 off for a guardsman. Okay. And we can't get the thing. We can get next turn. We can get an extractor now. I really do need to get an ore extractor. Queue up a guardsman. I think for Soylent Farms will help us out a bit more here. Especially as it gets a bonus on this terrain. So for a bit we're going to be relying on guardsmen. Trying to figure out where they might be engaging. Because whatever it is, it's giving them trouble. It is entirely possible it's a Castellan, to be honest, but yeah. I can hope it's not. Jeez, that repair protocol. Strong of the Aquila. Far more than a mere statue, this giant metal eagle was cast from the molten remains of spacefaring vessels, and serves as an inspiration for those nearby. The Imperial troops that fight under the Aquila's ceaseless vigil find a new determination welling in their hearts, knowing that they are the last in a line of heroes that stretches across the stars. So you actually can get a Lord Commissar from this, who gives more or less infantry bonuses. They are really good to get, so especially Guard does rely on its heroes a lot more than other factions. Well, I'll say heroes. They're commanders. I need to find a better way to engage this guy. Right, research. Heavy weapon squad. Always get the heavy weapon squad. Because heavy weapon squad, there's almost literally no reason not to get one. Let's claim this. There's a relic here. You fall back to the city, and we'll send you down here as well. Wasn't Ambrose? Hi. We have cover. You do not. Problem is, you automatically heal over time. So we dealt 2. They dealt 1.7. They heal 1 per turn. We need to keep up the fire for a bit in order to keep this up. No, we really do have to go south in order to get there. We need to send them. So we're going to get a new guardsman up, we're going to get a farm up. We still haven't got enough for that Manufactorum, so we are going to ore. The only one you can hit is Hack Attack, great. He should have hit him. Don't know why he didn't. Keep up the fire. It's by his time, we'll get around there. Get another guardsman. Wait, what? We'll get another ore. We'll get an ore thing. Actually, can I claim somewhere that gives an ore bonus? In the forests here. Tundra, sorry. I think I might have to play guard heavy, infantry heavy this time. So we'll go for another soil and food thing here, and then next turn we'll claim another tile and we'll get to work on... Okay, come on! He was right next to you!